Welcome back, everyone. Matthew here with CineGold, and today we're going to take a look at the top 10 adult cartoons on Netflix right now. Let's get started.
And she needs to know she can trust you. Smoke this PCP.
What?
Man the fuck up and finish that shit. I know you like to get wet, dog.
Sorry, these things are so literal sometimes.
Number 10, Inside Job. It takes place in a world where conspiracies are real and a shadow government organization is responsible for keeping them under wraps. Inside Job is a funny, satirical take on conspiracy theories ranging from flat Earth to the Mandela effect. It kind of starts as a typical workplace comedy and gets pretty bonkers when digging into the conspiracies, doing a nice balance of absurdity and relatable themes. Unfortunately, Inside Job got canceled after 2 seasons and ends on a cliffhanger, but what's there is still a brilliant, intelligent adult comedy that's well worth checking out.
Does he get your pussy wet?
Oh my god, we just met. Is that all you care about?
Duh, 100%.
Number 9, Big Mouth. This is a coming-of-age comedy that's about the awkwardness that comes with being an adolescent and going through puberty. Don't let the cute animation fool you. Big Mouth is pretty crude and definitely for adults only. It's not afraid to find the humor in topics like sexuality, body changes, and teenage angst. It's something we can all relate to going through those very awkward days of middle school, which makes Big Mouth not only a funny series, but also insightful. It has a total of 7 seasons right now, with an 8th and final season on the way, and also has a solid spin-off called Human Resources.
Merging with simulator in 3, 2, 1.
Number 8, The Midnight Gospel. This series follows Clancy, who owns a multiverse simulator in which he is able to travel to different universes and interview the beings living there. In case you didn't already figure it out from the visuals, this was created by Pendleton Ward, creator of Adventure Time. Unlike that series though, The Midnight Gospel is definitely not intended for all ages, feeling a lot like Adventure Time with the for kids filter taken off. The series was unfortunately canceled after only 1 season, but it's still worth checking out. It seems intended for and will be most enjoyed by people in a highly inebriated state.
Don't make a name for yourself as a cyberpunk by how you live. Make a name by how you die.
Number 7, Cyberpunk Edgerunners. This series is based on the video game Cyberpunk 2077 and follows a street kid who survives in Night City as an edgerunner or mercenary outlaw. This series got so much buzz that the video game also saw a big spike in sales upon its release. It's a Japanese-Polish production being supervised by Polish video game developer CD Projekt and being animated by Japanese studio Trigger. Edgerunners is in your face at all times and feels like a jolt to the system compared to a lot of slower or contemplative sci-fi properties. Edgerunners is a standalone series with 1 season and 10 episodes.
Do you ever wonder why we never see my father?
Because he lives on a comet.
The f*** are you talking about?
That's what you told me when I was 4.
Oh, that's right, I did.
Number 6, F is for Family. This is a raunchy comedy series that takes place in the 1970s and follows the dysfunctional Murphy family as they navigate the ups and downs of suburban life. F is for Family is an unfiltered look at the trials and tribulations of family life in days past. It stars and was created by Bill Burr, so if you're familiar with his brand of comedy, you'll know what to expect here. It's nostalgic and hilarious and as unpolitically correct as you're gonna find in a comedy these days. F is for Family is a finished 5-season series with a total of 44 episodes. If you find yourself searching endlessly for good movies to watch on Netflix, why not let me do the work for you? I scour the depths of Netflix every week to find the best of the best in every genre, so make sure to hit the subscribe button now and enjoy the best that Netflix has to offer.
When I began this journey, I had a very simple plan. That plan has evolved. The plan is now conquest. Kill everything you see.
Number 5, Castlevania. This series is based on the video game franchise, with the first 2 seasons being inspired by the story from Castlevania 3: Dracula's Curse. The story follows Trevor Belmont as he tries to defend Eastern Europe from Dracula and his minions. You don't have to be a fan of the game to get into this series, as it's a loaded and superb creation in its own right. It's violent, well-written, epic, it's got awesome animation, a great soundtrack, amazing characters, and it's just a great all-around series. Castlevania is a complete series with 4 seasons and also has a follow-up series called Castlevania Nocturne.
They were mean to robots and then robots killed them.
Number 4, Love, Death, and Robots. This is an adult anthology series in which every episode was created by a different animation studio using a variety of genres, styles, and themes. From futuristic dystopias to fantastical worlds and everything in between, each episode is a unique and visually stunning take on the human condition. The episodes often feel like animated short movies and can be watched individually or just straight binged. As with any anthology, the quality per episode varies wildly, but the series seemed to slowly find its footing and improve with each consecutive season. Love, Death, and Robots is 3 seasons with a 4th on the way.
He'll come. He'll stand right here. And he will open your throat.
Number 3, Blue Eye Samurai. It's set in Edo period Japan and follows a samurai who seeks vengeance against the men who made her an outcast. Blue Eye Samurai is a visually stunning animation with an epic story of resilience and revenge. The action sequences are breathtaking and intense, and they do a good job of punctuating the thrilling, well-paced story. It's really entertaining and so good that you will be hard-pressed not to binge watch the whole thing in one sitting. Blue Eye Samurai has 1 season right now with a 2nd on the way.
You people down here are all the same. Bit of advice. Don't threaten the guy who pours the drinks.
Number 2, Arcane. This series is set in the same universe as the video game mega hit League of Legends and follows 2 sisters fighting on opposite sides of a war between 2 very different regions. A jaw-dropping blend of 2D and 3D animations, Arcane is as good-looking of an animation as you will find. You don't need any familiarity with the game to enjoy this series that's set in a fascinating steampunk world. There are so many positive elements you could talk about, from its layered characters to its compelling story. Arcane is 1 season with a 2nd set to be released in November.
Oh, is it this guy?
Oh my God, he's got a gun!
Relax, it's a lighter. How much lighter fluid can I take on the plane?
Number 1, Bojack Horseman. Bojack is definitely in the conversation of best Netflix animations ever. It's certainly the most well-known series and was one of the first really big animated series on the streaming platform. The series follows a horse who is the star of a hit television show and finds himself pining for a return to the limelight. The show was not only hilarious, but it was also unafraid to take turns into deeper, darker territory. The series Bojack Horseman has become a massive influence itself, with many critics calling it one of the best animations of the 2010s, if not all time. Bojack Horseman is a complete series with 6 seasons and 77 total episodes. This was a tough list to narrow down. I could easily have made this a top 25. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and if it gets enough likes, maybe I'll look into making a part 2. Alright, that's it for me today, everyone. I will see you soon.